What is going on, guys? I'm back with another episode of a TV movie podcast. And we're here to talk about the events that are happening currently in the Big Brother 27 house. Man, this season is kicking up, speeding up, heating up, whatever you want to call it, it is doing it. Man, this season has picked up for me, bro. Definitely in the last week with like the last HOH, Ava turning it up, putting Zach and Vincent on the block with Keanu. Just those three big targets on the block has just made the week interesting. I mean, you just look at it like this. Ava's target starts out to be Vince, and then she sees how they react to being up on the block, and then she shifts her target from like Vince to Zach. And then Keanu has always been like the house target, but then you see people say his name less and less. So yeah, it's just been interesting to see how the targets have been shifting this week. And now we see Morgan. She's also has been wishy-washy with who she wants to see go home. First it was, okay, let me protect my ride or die Vince. And then it was like, okay, wait a minute. You know, she's really close with Zach. Let me try to protect Zach. And then now she voted out Zach. And you see the majority of the house voted out Zach. Zach only got 2 votes for him to stay, which was, I believe it was Will, because Will was happy that Zach gave away his London trip to Will during the veto competition. So Will was grateful and said that he's forever indebted to Zach. So Will voted to keep Zach. And then I believe Zach got 1 more vote, not from Lauren, which was, you know, a big talk after the votes was that Lauren didn't vote to keep Zach. She voted to keep Vince. But who was that second vote? Rachel voted out Vince, and that was 2 votes against Vince, Rachel and Will. So yeah, that was it. And obviously we saw that Keanu won the blockbuster, and it was just down to Vince and Zach for the votes, and then Vince ended up staying over Zach. And just to see how many people cried when Zach was voted out was just astonishing, man. Zach got all these ladies going Google or whatever you want to call it, man. They're just in la la land over Zach, bro. They're just crying over him when Morgan was trying to hug him last. Then we saw Lauren crying a lot, and then we saw even Mickey crying the most. Like, I didn't know how close Mickey and Zach got, and then obviously Ashley was very close with Zach. Like, basically all the women except for Rachel were crying over Zach, man. So Zach really it was surprising for him not to have a showman. You know, he had all these women all over him, but no showmans. Pretty surprising. Just the one chick he couldn't get, which was Lauren. But even she was admitting to, you know, at the final hour, started to warm up to Zach. And I heard that, you know, she waited until like the last minute to like really open up to Zach. Who knows, like maybe if Zach would have stayed, they probably could have gotten to be closer and there could have been something there. But you'll never know, maybe outside of the game, just like with Mackenzie and Matt. Yeah, so there's still hope for my boy Zach. You know, he can still get with Lauren, but if not, there's always a Morgan. Don't mind me, guys. But we know who won the next HOH, so click off this video if you don't want to be spoiled, guys, because I'm going to break it down for you. There was a no, there wasn't a wall comp. Everybody thought there was going to be a wall competition. We didn't get it. I think CBS is privy to like everybody knowing what the competitions are now, so they're switching it up. So we got some random mental comp that Rachel apparently just destroyed and beat everybody and won the HOH. I'm not saying it's rigged for Rachel. Actually, I'm not even going to insinuate that at all. I think we should just stop trying to predict what the competitions are and just enjoy the show. And we got a different competition because of the fans, bro. Like, guys, relax. Stop trying to be Mr. Detective and just enjoy Big Brother, because they're going to switch it up and just completely, you know, ruin your plans, right? So we didn't get the wall comp and we got this instead. So Rachel's the new HOH. So what does that mean? It means new targets, bro. It means new targets, and there's been a lot of talks about obviously Vince going up on the block, but then maybe people were thinking Keanu could go up on the block. But then they're seeing that Keanu and Rachel have been getting closer in the last week or two. and they're thinking that Rachel probably won't put up Keanu. So it's just left to a few people that Rachel could put up, and they're trying to narrow it down. And Mickey and Morgan and Vince are looking at each other like, wait, they're narrowing it down. It's probably gonna be one of us three, because if she's not gonna put up Keanu, and Keanu's close with Kelly and Rachel's close with Kelly at the moment, so she probably won't put those two up. She's probably not gonna put up the Showmans, because the Showmans are very close with Rachel. Damn near started because of Rachel, the Showmans. So they're not gonna be put up on the block. And then Ashley and Will are very close with Rachel, so they're probably not gonna be put up on the block. That just leaves 3 people that aren't close with Rachel. And that's Mickey, Morgan, and Vince. Those are the 3 people that aren't as close with Rachel as the rest of the house are. And and Ava is probably the closest with Rachel. And she was just HOH last week, and she was working very closely with Rachel during that HOH. And Mickey was very close with Ava during the HOH. Some might even say controlling Ava's HOH. And that kind of rubbed people the wrong way. Ever since Mickey won HOH, she's sort of just been in that HOH room, in and out, like it's been her HOH room, even though she hasn't been HOH since like 2 weeks ago. People are starting to notice that Mickey's gotten her hands in a lot of people's pots. I think Rachel has started to notice that. The way that Rachel viewed Vince is how she's starting to view Mickey. And Rachel did get information from Keanu and Kelly that Mickey has been talking about getting out Rachel. And Rachel also, we saw in the episode that she heard that people want to bring her to jury, but not past jury. And Rachel kind of found that disrespectful. So, and Morgan kind of got the heat of that. So it's just little things that has been pissing Rachel off, and that's how Mickey and Morgan has landed themselves on the block with Vince. We'll just see another week where we just see the 3 biggest threats on the block once again. And I just can't wait to see how this week unfolds, guys, man. This has been a TV Movie Podcast. I'm gonna check back with you guys later this week to talk all about the events that have been going on. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys then. All right, bless up, peace.
Doomsday, this gon' be your doomsday. You ain't doing nothing today, so cancel all your plans, cause this will be your doomsday.